Not only is it a huge comfort pick for Labrov, but it synergizes nicely with the composition. And G2 gone for a very traditional front-to-back style of composition, whereas Top Esports have a little bit more dive and best summer. Jacula goes for a bunch of fights, then he goes back and he TPs early, coming back to lane, and he keeps up the pressure. He's built up a very nice lead in the bot lane 2 versus 2, and the pressure he has resulted...
Broken Blade, nice timing on the level 6. Debating if he wants to commit further. Does use the all-out, but Pathmaker just going to use it to leverage their pressure rather than needing to go all in.
G2 have to be very careful. Burst damage from Akali right now is huge. Akali plus Wukong.
Cream on the way in. Unbreakable coming in for Hong. Skewmon going a little bit wider and Winds become Lightning, and G2 pulling back as a 4-stack. That's 1-to-1 in terms of overall grubs. TES will grab the 2 grub buff. G2 again didn't want to push their luck. Have to be so careful fighting into that Braum, fighting into that level 6 for ulti, but they get the flash from 369. Traded for Labrov's as TES. See an opportunity bot side. G2 stepping too far forward. Q flash from Hong goes completely wide, but it doesn't matter. The concussive blows connecting in the end, and it's first blood for Jackie Love.
G2 tried to find a pick onto 369.
Public beating where he just beat like
he
400
He got flogged, yeah. That's rough.
That was some good punches there from 369. Chunks caps down below 50% and earns the objective pretty effortlessly.
Playing with these advantages very, very well. They've accrued a 1k gold lead. They have full control over the early objectives. They're trying to make a play on a Jacula, but he's not afraid of anything.
Entering strike goes wide, but the ulti from Bars does not. Immediate TP in. Labrov about to get one shot. Jacula happy to have a second kill. Hung gonna make sure he donates. No, they donated to Cream, who contributed nothing, but will get all the cash.
I mean, and even honestly before that, Akali was very, very happy. Now we'll see the other side lane up here.
Cumon here to cover, but Kanavi's finished Trinity Force. A lot of potential burst damage, even in the face of the Sundered Sky healing. Broken Blade zoned away completely from this top lane tier 1, and 369 builds that individual lane advantage, and the rest of the team now coming home to reap the rewards. Caps and the rest of G2 want to cover. They do not want to concede this tower. Labrov ghosting in. Riding in on a steel horse, ulti available, no flash, but he might not need it. Hung going to be sacrificed. TES sticking around a bit too long on the top side, and Caps happy to reap the rewards.
So all of the supports are the party favors that you were mentioning. Willing to donate, the sacrifice, as you say, Kanavi.
Kanavi picking things off with the Cyclone. Cream waiting behind, still has access to the perfect execution, no, on cooldown from the previous play. Portabelt also used with the public execution, taking out Labrov. And it's not just the mid laners taking the kills, the junglers as well.
Top Esports see 2 members of G2 walk up into the river and say, didn't you just...
The early lane swap was a bit different, but this control, the advantages they built in lanes, transitioning it now into the Herald, TES dominating game 1. All in though, Caps! No time for redemption!
Cream, baby, back to his origins on the Akali, abusing Orianna.
No flash on the Orianna, and now the side lanes, I mean, just look at the minimap, fully in control for Top Esports.
Cream having a hell of a time here. Broken Blade trying to move forward with the Pathmaker, but again, 2024, the one time we've seen a best of 5.
They can constantly push both side lanes, and G2, they have to group and force.
G2 ignoring topside, letting that wave be deleted because they know they need to defend mid lane. Rift Herald, Kanavi mounted up. Looking for a knock-up, unbreakable for a brief moment. Now moving into the backside, that's the Cyclone. Skewmon gets out the Crescent Guard to mitigate some of the damage, but he's still locked down by Jackie Love. Moving into the circle briefly as Hong does his best to body block. All in from G2. The public execution brings 369 right into G2's backline, and they start to fall. TES make it look effortless. Cream pulled back, the shockwave, Caps, a moment, he turns it back for G2 and takes 2 in return.
Caps, he's popping off, the Orianna has arrived. The shockwave Vedius saves a bit of it for G2.
It's a little cliche, but the shockwave did in fact find them.
You know that he's looking for another target,
And then the combo from the Brov and Caps, a 4-man shockwave. G2 finds something off the back of a disastrous team fight.
And Caps also forcing the Varus flash as Jackie Love was trying to run away there. Let's get back to live though, because after that fight,
Shockwave in just a few seconds. G2 know they have an angle to turn it. It's a brief window of opportunity. They managed to take away the Drake. Now they're keeping the fight going though. Excellent ulti again, catching out Skewmon. He's been locked down, he'll be sacrificed. TES get 1 on the exit kills, but G2 slow the soul stacking for TES.
Yeah,
is solo zoning so many of the G2 members off this tower as Cream starting to poke. Hits the first half of the Shuriken flip. Skewmon thinks that's the angle though, and they start to turn it back. Shockwave though, only connecting on a Hong. Major cooldown missing now as the redemption heals TES right back up.
With the shockwave gone, I see this as a very difficult way for G2 to fight. Top Esports doing really good job at controlling this space. The poke from Jackie Love, the poke coming through from Cream, knowing that he has the assistance of Hong. They keep G2 at arm's length, but they don't yet start the objective. They want to get the tower, and this will go uncontested.
G2 losing more and more control.
And teleport in.
8K getting lower. Kanavi looking for the flank. G2 have no idea. They want to burn this down. They see the TP now. They realize they may have overstepped, but the Otacon's been leashed. TES won the fight.
Oh!
Double redemption, but they're grouping for the Cyclone. Crescent Guard denies it for a brief moment, but all of G2 have to run because once again, and it's 3-6-9, and Cream back to back. The triple kill for the Akali. G2 are helpless in the face of this top esports dive.
He's rolling all nines today. This Ambessa is insane. He's cutting them down. The teleport ward is perfectly placed, and G2 have been decimated.
Shepherded into a choke point. Top Esports collapse like wolves and tear G2 a caps.
Caps wants to clear the wave, I guess. Buys a brief moment with the Zanya to contemplate his failures because he will not get any kills.
He clears out the wave, but questionable play there as the Otacon is secured by Top Esports. A 7K gold.
Was built on an early game from TES that was so commanding, that was so confident. That was already a Hail Mary for G2. And frankly, at this point, Hail Marys are all they have left. To hold on to that tier 2. I don't think he's feeling good about it now because now he has this Seeker's Arm Guard and no money to complete the item as he's caught out once again. Called out on the sideline by TES. LeBron doing everything he can to stop the play from happening, and now Broken Blade is here. Perhaps the backup that G2 needed to keep the fight going in this choke. Kanavi dashed to the side with a Nimbus Strike. All of TES backing away. They might have started the fight, but they can recognize a risk when they see one. 369 still fishing for backline access as Caps continues to try to clear the wave. Crashdown comes in from LeBron, but 369 just does not take any damage. Cream dashing back out. E2 coming through, ready to get the fight kicked off. It's the ulti from the bomb as G2 retreat to their top side tier 2. 369 hovering, ushering the wave forward. G2 battered, but not broken as TES dominate in their jungle.
Top Esports run this map, and G2 are barely given the luxury of standing on the rift. Top Esports take as many camps as they can. Lebrov's base will be interrupted as Top Esports take full control through the mid lane. They secure themselves another tower. Everything going the way of TES.
They have reclaimed the Baron. They have very, very good turn off of Baron. We have seen it with Wukong and Ambessa. The turn is crazy threatening. 369 though, he's still out on the map.
2. Q Flash coming in for the Shattering Strike. Skewmon gonna follow up. Public Execution gets a little bit of space for 369 as he flashes out. The Drake Hound step, but the Shockwave brings him right back. Hung on the way in to try to protect his top laner, blocking so much damage with the Unbreakable. And now it's Cream in the Shroud. 5 members. The Death Ball of G2 as Cream dashes right back out. And Kanavi goes in. TES diving, dodging, cutting through G2. And now it's Broken Blade to try to turn it back. He's gone all out, but it might be too late. Skewmon staying living for a brief moment. Redemption now coming in. The extra healing from Thunder Sky will not do a damn thing. Broken Blade down, an ace for TES.
Absolutely beautiful from Top Esports
by Cream.
And remember, for both of these teams, there are questions about how they will respond to pressure. For now, Cream needs to worry about responding to the Zen, though, as he dodges through, managing to get away from the Shockwave. Redemption going in. It will dash through with the perfect execution. Goes back in onto Caps. I don't think he needed to go back in.
Kanavi can...
That one wasn't it, but Cap's gonna flash out. The exhaust is there. Wants to convert the kill back onto Caps. LeBron there trying to body block as best he can. Slow coming in for the Celestial opposition. Crucially, the piercing arrow from Jackie Love does not connect.
I mean, G2 found a pick at this point. A pick is the best thing that you can hope.
In the game, that is worth, because you actually
absolutely.
cut down on the pages. They're gonna need a lot more.
Cream did get the Zanyas though, so we'll have access to another stasis effect as Kanavi's just stepping forward to poke. Ulti from Jackie Love locking down Broken Blade. It's a split fight. Kanavi still stepping forward, not hesitating to do so much work. Shockwave only connecting onto 369, but it just does not stop him.
Oh my God.
Passive procs left and right. Running down G2 Esports, a double kill for Jackie Love as these kills are donated to him so consistently. Flashes over the wall. He knows a dead body when he sees it, and G2 are out of this game 1.
Cream was just the start of the main dish of 369 had yet to arrive, and my goodness, did it blow G2 away in game 1.
G2 sent reeling. TES, the dominance from Swiss was not a one-time thing. G2 sent back to the drawing board as TES run a victory lap around Summoner's Rift.